Round 6 of Arrows. Puzzle Escape. As promised, this time it's made with 2 brand new guests, 2 new faces who have never appeared before, ever. These 2 are Silver and Small Tabby, the Tabby Twins.
Welcome, and yes, as Oscar stated, this time, Oscar, I, and the highly celebrated comedy duo, the Tabby Twins, will complete the entire month of May. And as always, all days 31 in this case. And as always too, no skips, not even one.
This isn't the first time has joining us for our investigation into the video. The video will be linked. Wait.
What's wrong, Oscar? Cat got your tongue? Cats in this case, brother. Yes, of course. Silly me. What's wrong, Oscar? Cat's got your tongue?
No, I just realized you've never worked with us before. There are no other videos to promote. Well, that's awkward.
Yes, this is a little strange, but nevertheless, if no one has anything else to say, let's get. Now I'm doing it. What I meant was, now with all that said, I'm Whiskers.
Howdy. I'm Edmund Silver-Tabby, but you can call me Silver-Tabby. Howdy, y'all. I'm Angus Small Tabby, or just Small Tabby. Either works.
I'm Oscar, and
let's get started. Right. How are we going to tackle these? Around and around in a circle and hope you don't get a nightmare, Russian roulette style. Or the better option, where Whiskers and Oscar fight about who suffers the nightmare levels, while we sit back and enjoy the nice, peaceful, and relaxing hard levels, like the one before us.
The first, Mike and Jimmy only got special treatment because they're young. You 2 are going to suffer like the rest of us.
Oh, and I thought we were special. My mistake. Y'all acted as if we were special guests. I guess that's where our special ends.
One of you 2 can have this if you want, but if a nightmare falls on your round.
Bang! Got it. Okay. Oh well, worth a shot. Right. How are we to decide this, brother? The usual. The usual.
Hold up. I don't like the sound of this. What is the usual?
Don't worry yourself, Oscar and Whiskers. Let us show you. Rock, paper, scissors. Paper! Scissors! You sure that's scissor? I ain't so sure I believe you.
That's the usual. Good. And I think so. I can see the fur on the end of his paw sticking up and sticking down in a shape that could be scissors.
Our paws make scissors the hardest to see, but I'd say, like Oscar, that does look right.
Well, if y'all 2 say so, I reckon that's good enough for me. Right then. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. If that was considered hard, Oscar is surely overreacting these nightmare levels. Along with us too. Small Tabby. That was so easy. Didn't even break a sweat.
That was just a warm-up. Prepare yourself, Silver-Tabby, for the 50-mile sprint that's fast approaching. Next level.
The usual between us 3, Whiskers and Oscar?
If you mean rock, paper, scissors, sure.
Sure, why not?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock,
scissors.
What happens now?
You go again? Yes.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock,
scissors. Oh.
I kind of wanted this, just in case level 3 is,
Same. I would have liked to start with the super hard. Now, like Oscar said, I like them, but to start with 1, not great.
Well, I guess I'm one lucky kitty. Now then.
I enjoyed that. Much better than the argument we have every recording session. Takes just as long too, yet more enjoyable.
Yeah, it was just as loud, but more fun.
It's no different between me and Angus over there. We've had many arguments and fights and all that. Some definitely a cut above the rest. We have. Yes, we absolutely have. We fought so much thy mother and father taught us this game to handle our troubles when we decided to rock the boat. It didn't damper the sound we made, but at least that sound was more pleasant as we tried turning the page.
Yes, I can see why they taught you this. It's certainly better than shouting.
Yeah, it is. Yes. But enough on that. Tell the audience about yourselves, Silver and Small Tabby, and the Tabby Twins. Some watching may not be familiar with you and what you do.
Sure, we should properly introduce ourselves. Yes, we should, shouldn't we? To start, I'm Edmund Silver-Tabby. Angus Small Tabby is my younger twin brother, and together we are known as the comedy duo, the Tabby Twins. Yes, we should. I'm Angus Small Tabby. Edmund Silver-Tabby is my older twin brother, and together we are the Tabby Twins, the famous comedy duo.
Stop with the jokes. It's getting annoying.
Oscar, they are professional comedians. It is kinda their job to tell jokes. But yes, I agree. As professionals, you should know when enough is enough.
Easy now, partner. Just introducing ourselves like you asked. We two are real alike. But, yep, I reckon everybody knows that by now. So right down to business proper, brother. Quit bellyaching about our friendly jawing, Oscar. We're all friends here and brothers too now I think about it, but right down to business. As we were saying, me and Angus are the comedy duos, the Tabby Twins, and we've been active in this field for around 5 years. Almost 6. We've been around for a bit. Also something you two may find real interesting. Oh yes, we're very closely connected to someone y'all know very well. Well shoot, that wasn't very polite of you, Small Tabby, was it? Whiskers, Oscar, and the lovely audience will have to wait to hear the rest. Shame on you. Well, Tarnation, sorry about that. We won't keep you in suspense or on the edges of your seats much longer. I've learned that lesson the hard way. That show at Dovecote. Oh, right. Next level.
You and I this time, brother.
Yes, both Tabbies have been. So okay, when you're ready.
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock. Oh, again. Rock, paper, scissors.
Paper.
Paper.
Another draw. Again.
Rock, paper, scissors.
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 A triple draw, yee-haw! What are the chances of that? Low, very low. You two do certainly think alike.
That was weird. But again.
Hopefully the last.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Paper.
Rock. Oh. I don't wait. This is only a hard level. Oh, good. Next level will be a nightmare.
Yeah, I'll deal with that if that happens. Get on with it. As you were saying before, Small and Silver-Tabby, you were about to reveal a little secret to us that you believe we'll find quite interesting.
Right, of course. Excuse me, I forgot with all the excitement. You're making a habit of that, brother. You like forgetting your chores at home, too. You becoming forgetful in your old age? Why, you cheeky varmint, I'm only a couple minutes older than you. You becoming a little too big for your britches in your young age, Angus. Don't know how I can. I don't wear any. Ha! That's a good one, yee-haw.
Hurry up. I'm sick of you two clowning around. What is this thing? This secret of yours? Tell us.
Clowns? We ain't clowns. Y'all must be sick, Oscar. Get well soon. Another good one. But yes, time for the surprise. Prepare yourself, see? Professor Tabby is our father.
What?
That wasn't what I was expecting. I thought it would relate to Crocodile and the Manifold Mallards or Peanut and Family, since you're all in the entertainment industry.
Well, it is about relations, yet I get y'all point.
No.
Quite the surprise, to be sure. While Oscar is belly aching over there, let's continue on to the next level.
Now you're finished, Oscar. I think you should expand on what you just revealed. While I complete this, we want to learn more.
I guess we'll owe it to y'all, yet there's nothing really to add. Professor Tabby is our father, and Angus and me are his 2 sons. Ain't much else to tell. We could tell y'all some fun stories about him if y'all like.
Yes, but how come the professor sounds the way he does and you? Well, different. Like you both come from very different places. Different. If he's your dad, shouldn't you all have similar accents?
Oh, that. Yes, I see how that might be important. Father ain't all hat and no cattle. He surely is one smart kitty. That's a fact. So I don't know why he likes Tocone in that fancied, posh way. Ain't sure why he plays this character he does. As far as I know, he was born and raised in the same area we were, so I ain't sure why he's acting like this.
Are you sure he's not just playing a character, playing into the stereotypes of how people and animals think intelligent professors speak?
Don't know. It's possible it's just a character he plays because he thinks it's entertaining for us and his audience, but I've never heard him speak in any other accent. It's weird. It is. You'd think we would have caught him breaking character at least once or twice. It is a little peculiar.
I think I know what is going on here. I think I know exactly what it is.
Really? What? I'm interested in hearing this, Oscar. You might be on to something.
Yes, you've been very quiet this level. Very quiet, like the others. I'm extremely curious to hear this. Next level.
Unfortunately, sir. Yep, these cliffhanger moments are annoying, but oh well. Next level.
Let's hear this, Oscar. This should be good.
Yep, very curious, but not to death. Same.
Right. What I believe is going on is that Professor Tabby is insecure about his natural accent, believing it makes him sound, let's say, not as intelligent as he is. Based entirely on stereotypes and cliches that animals and people possibly still hold, seeing a more sophisticated and regal voice a better fit, again based entirely on stereotypes and cliches that animals and people possibly still hold.
So what y'all saying is, Father is living his life worried about how people and animals will judge him because of the stereotypes that originate from fiction. Really? Now I think about it, brother. I think Oscar might be on to something. In both his series, he produces blanks and tidbits. Father does play very heavily into the cliches associated with regalness, nobility, and sophistication. The classical music, the suits and shirts, the background of a massive library and fancy decorations, and everything in between. We also ironically do the same. Our jokes, stage dressing, costumes, and production in general for our shows lean into the stereotypes linked to cowboys and girls, the Wild West, Western media, and rural farm and ranch living. We're no better than him. Yes, but we're not playing into stereotypes outside our shows. Plus, these are from our culture. If Father was like us, I wouldn't mind. It's not that he embraces stereotypes that I have an issue with. Like we said, we do this, so we can't really complain. I just find it weird and sad that Father is ashamed of who he really is and hides behind this act so people and animals think he's someone they want him to be, even though he is who they think he is. It is strange. I don't know why Father feels the way he does. He could use his situation to prove thy stereotypes about our culture are false, instead of letting others think they're true. It's odd.
It is, isn't it? I don't know Professor Tabby like you two, but as long as I've known him, he's always seemed like a very confident individual, so it's quite surprising that isn't the case, although the character he appears to portray could be the reason I believe that. He is very convincing.
I think it's unfair to call Professor Tabby unconfident. I don't know why he feels the way he does, and I'm not going to even try, but I think that's a little hard.
Same. I'm with Oscar and Angus. Although I don't believe Father lacks confidence deep down, but I can't lie and say that he isn't exactly showing any.
Okay, maybe I was a little hard on him, but like you say, Silver-Tabby, he isn't exactly helping himself. But anyway, as we're approaching the end of the level, I wanted to quickly say, I don't think there's anything wrong with Professor Tabby playing this character in ours and his videos, although you may disagree. We're all entertainers, so portraying yourself as a regal, sophisticated, and noble professor while producing humorous educational content is a cool and fun idea. But as we've all said and agreed, continuing this beyond and in everyday life is problematic and something that needs addressing.
Absolutely spot on, Whiskers. We'd be hypocrites if we said otherwise. As you know, we'd do something similar. But yep, outside the videos need to stop, and we're the only ones who can help. Y'all right, brother? We need to talk with Father about this and see what can be done. We'll do this after we've finished here. Thank you, Whiskers and Oscar. Hopefully things will begin to change for the better.
All the best, you two.
Yes, good luck. Now, next level.
Something I'd like to discuss is your relationship with our friends Crocodile and Peanut. They're the ones who connected us together. Let's hear your story.
Yes, I want to hear how you all met.
It's quite an interesting tale, and weirdly similar to how Peanut and Crocodile met, which is odd, but on to the story. Small Tabby and I were performing at the Cackling Clown Comedy Festival about 1 year ago. Is that right, Angus? Yep. 1 year ago, we were performing at the Cackling Clown Comedy Festival with 5 very important audience members in attendance, the 4 members of the Manifold Mallards and Peanut the Pigeon. After the shows ended and day 2 of the festival was over, the Manifold Mallards, Crocodile, Alligator, came in, Uriel, and their manager Peanut came backstage to introduce themselves to the talent.
I didn't know Peanut was still managing them at that point. I thought he'd retired much earlier than that, but I guess not.
It is later than I expected. He said he managed the group for about 2 to 3 years, yet that obviously doesn't mean he retired from show business that time ago, but it is later than I thought.
Are we sure he was actually working with them, or was he just a friend?
I think he introduced himself as the Manifold Mallards manager, but I could be wrong. Yet anyway, Peanut and the Manifold Mallards introduced themselves to all the talent, including us,
Thanking each of us for an amazing show, which was nice and a change from our meetings with other entertainers. So good.
Following our meeting with Peanut and the guys, Edmund and I were packing up our gear and preparing to head back to the hotel when our manager approached us with an unexpected but interesting message.
As you probably already know, this message was from our now friends Peanut and Crocodile, along with his bandmates Alligator, Cayman, and Guriel.
We asked her why they wanted to speak with my brother and I, but she had no details, only that Peanut and the band wanted to see us.
I was a little concerned about this, and I know Angus was too. We'd only just met them, and I wasn't sure why they wanted to chat again. It was weird. Maybe we offended them in some way.
Maybe we impressed them in some way? We didn't know. But nevertheless, we followed our manager as she led us to hear what Peanut and the Manifold Mallards had to say.
That was quick, Angus. Well, next level, I guess.
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh, well, next level.
Sorry about that, but here the thrilling conclusion, next level. What did Peanut and the Manifold Mallards want? Why were the Tabby Twins given this special message? Find out next level. Last level we finished with our hero Small Tabby and his brother Silver-Tabby receiving a very special yet potentially concerning invitation to speak one-on-one, or in this case 5-on-2, with the world-famous band, the Manifold Mallards, and their manager Peanut the Pigeon. Stay tuned to see whether or not this meeting will end positively or negatively for Small and Silver-Tabby.
We followed Sweet Tabby, our manager, to the front row seats of the auditorium's main floor, where Peanut and the Manifold Mallards were waiting for us.
They reintroduced themselves and again complimented us on an amazing show, with the latter the reason for this private chat,
as they had a very interesting and desirable business proposal for us. A very interesting and desirable opportunity.
Peanut wanted us, yes, Silver-Tabby and I, the Tabby Twins, to join the Manifold Mallards on their upcoming tour of Dovecote Bay as their opening act.
Now, Peanut knew this was an odd request. Most musicians have another musician or musicians fill this role. But Peanut wanted to try something a little different, something he believes hadn't happened before.
We of course said yes without a second thought, and Sweet Tabby and Peanut sorted out all the business, technical, legal stuff or whatever they were doing to make everything official and proper and all that.
This is the moment our careers really took off, leading to more and more opportunities than we'd ever had before. A lifelong friendship with Peanut and the Manifold Mallards, Crocodile, Alligator, Cayman, and Guriel, and now this collaboration with Whiskers and Oscar.
Nice story. It's weirdly similar to Peanuts and Crocodile's meeting and eventual friendship.
Like Edmund and I said before, it is kinda, isn't it?
Funny that. We joined him with family for special events and stuff like that. Just like the Manifolds joined Peanut and his family. Funny that.
That is a little weird, but nevertheless, nice story. It's cool to hear how everything came to be. Also, is the Dovecote show you mentioned during level 2 the same as?
No, definitely not. I don't think our careers would have gone anywhere if they would have died if that happened.
Or our friendship with the Five also, but our show at Dovecote Bay wasn't that bad. I may have misremembered the harshness of it. It was just that at that point we were on such a high that the crowd was a little flat, which brought us back down to earth.
The crowd was incredible when we joined the Manifolds, but I guess things changed since then, huh?
I figured much, but thanks for clarifying. Now next level.
Yes, there's nothing more to say on the topic. Is there Silver and Small Tabby otherwise next level?
Nope, next level.
Nope, next level.
On a similar topic, tell us your story.
How far back? The birds and the bees far back.
What? No, the story of your career in comedy, from the beginning. So I guess you could. Yes, right? Anyway, to the now.
All right.
To begin, our interest in comedy started the same, I'd say. Most do, through cracking jokes, playing pranks, and other gags.
In the playground with friends, in the classroom with classmates.
When the teacher was away, or quietly when they were about.
Yes, I remember that fondly. Good times.
Yes, same. Also at home, out and about. Anywhere, really. People and felines and animals of all species enjoyed our material enough over the years that we decided to go from amateurs to professionals. We'll try at least.
As we said before, we started this journey around 6 years ago from today at the Laughin' Hay Bell Comedy Club, performing a few shows every now and then to an audience of satisfied customers.
Yeah, we may have overestimated and overvalued our abilities a bit. Just a bit. Our first shows weren't terrible, but we definitely could have done better.
So basically how everyone's career starts. You go in confidently, thinking you're the funniest feline on the planet, as all your friends and relatives laugh at your jokes, which gives this mindset.
Then, when you share your stuff with the wider world, those who don't have an underlying bias towards you, you struggle, but not fail, and realize you've got something. But you aren't the comedic genius, yet anyway, you thought you were.
And realize this may be a little harder, and take a little longer than anticipated, right?
Read the situation like a book.
Yes, unfortunately. But we learned. We learned what worked and what didn't, and improved. Improved every show. Well, judging by the audience's laughter anyway.
More laughter equals better show as far as I'm concerned.
Sounds about right. The more enjoyment, the more entertaining the show. It only makes sense.
A nice place to wrap up. We've explored your origins. Next level, let's look into the meat of your career up to this point.
Yes, we've eaten our veggies, so to speak. Now let's get into the good stuff.
Yep, next level.
Next level.
Like we said before, our careers had a shaky start. Not terrible, not as bad as it could have been, but certainly some room for improvement.
With our ever-improving material and audience reception, naturally more and more opportunities appeared. Some small, like me, some big, some massive. Y'all might remember some?
Yes, I do. I remember that television show you had for a short while. That was good.
The Tabbies on TV. Yes, it was. Shame it ended so quickly.
It was a shame, wasn't it? How long did the Tabbies on TV last again?
Canceled after one season of 10 episodes. At least we lasted more than one episode. Some are cut after that. So lucky us, I guess.
I was very impressed with your performance at the Golden Grins and Giggles Comedy Tournament. I thought you outperformed everyone by a mile.
Yeah, it's a shame the judges didn't agree.
We appreciate the compliment, y'all, but yep, we should have finished higher than third in the competition. But oh well.
Thank you, Whiskers and Oscar. Yet despite what all y'all say, I'm happy about where we finished. Third out of 100 is amazing. Of course I would have wanted to win, but ye can't lie. Third is an incredible position nonetheless.
Don't get us wrong, we ain't unappreciative of this achievement. Not at all. Like you said, winning would have been amazing. Yet third is still an unbelievable accomplishment. And at the end of the day, the exposure we received was more than worth it.
Yep, the Golden Grins and Giggles Comedy Tournament is one of the biggest comedy competitions around, arguably the biggest. I'd say it's part of the reason many of the opportunities we enjoyed happened in the first place.
Really? You think so?
Think about it, brother. The Tabbies on TV, our relationships with Crocodile and Peanut playing the Cackling Clown Comedy Festival where we met them in the first place, all after the tournament. Not everything, as you know.
We did have some minor appearances on a couple of comedian shows we'd met beforehand, before the tournament. But yeah, you may be right. Now I think about it, we've had quite the active and successful career so far. We're very lucky, and I hope that continues for as long as possible.
Same. We are, aren't we?
Well, that was a nice little trip down memory lane. Sorry for our John at the end. My brother and I kind of got carried away reminiscing. It was a little rude of us. Sorry.
Yeah, we kind of did, didn't we? Yeah, sorry. We didn't really give a timeline of our careers, which I think you really wanted.
No problem. I enjoyed the conversation, and I remember seeing you on, and at the moments you mentioned, me and Oscar have been fans for a long time. It was cool.
Yes, you two have had quite the career, and it was cool to hear and remember these fun moments. But I think it would be nice to have a timeline like you said. Let's investigate that next level. Now next level. Now we've covered all that. Let's move on to my nice little questionnaire.
Not this again.
Now don't get all ornery on us, Whiskers. I've been looking forward to this. It ain't every day y'all get the opportunity to take Oscar's world-famous, legendary, and iconic questionnaire. Yeehaw, can't wait.
Hey, brother, I reckon we're only the 5th and 6th to ever take it first 10. Now ain't that something?
Is it world famous, legendary, and iconic? Wow, that is something.
A tin horn on about too much mustard. Anyway, get on with it then.
Right. Yes, world famous Sorry, right, first question. What's your favorite video we've made?
Too much mustard, Oscar. Too much mustard.
Like everybody else, I can't get enough of that toilet training one. Nearly as funny as we are.
I could see you using the human toilet, Ed. You've got that sophisticated nature like Father does.
Could see I already use it. I use the instructions in the video and talk myself.
Well, ain't you a clever cat? See, I knew you liked Dad. Sophisticated and smart. But how do I know y'all ain't lying? I haven't seen you.
Now, I ain't no sidewinder, you galoot. Ever thin. I'm saying is above board. I'm not inviting you in while I do my business. Haven't you seen that I don't have a litter box at my place? Where else would I use the lavatory?
Yes, I remember now. Sorry, brother, for implying you were a sidewinder.
No problem. Another video I enjoy is, of course, your look into tabby cats with our father, Professor Tabby.
No surprise, 2 tabby cats like a video about tabby cats, and no surprise, we like a video featuring our father.
We like everything Father's made. Food, Toxic for Cats, Tidbit series, and Blank series. All of it.
We may be a little biased, but I'm sure we'd enjoy them regardless.
Yeah, you may be a little, but I agree Professor Tabby has produced some of the best content we've made. Hasn't he appeared the most out of everyone, apart from Whiskers and I?
No, we went through that with Dr. Torty, Frisky's #1, and Tabby #2.
Oh right, I forgot.
We'll have to continue with this chat next level.
Yup, next level.
Are there any other reasons you like the videos with your dad, other than because they feature him? You didn't really say why?
And are there any others that you enjoy?
You ain't wrong, Oscar, but y'all finished the level before we could explain that.
Y'all too quick for us, Oscar. We couldn't finish our thought, but no worries, we'll do it now. We enjoy the toxic food video because, actually, I'm not sure I do now when I think about it.
Oh right, I was quick, wasn't I? Hard levels have become nothing now. But anyway, why the sudden change?
Yeah, why so, brother? What's wrong?
Don't you remember back when we were kittens and y'all tried eating that chocolate we found, but Father stopped you before you did?
Yeah, but why's that relevant?
Because seeing the chocolate part reminded me of it, and also the video in general reminded me of the lecture Father gave us afterwards.
I could see how that would be troubling.
Oh, I understand that wouldn't be pleasant. Sorry about that.
It ain't your fault you didn't know. Plus, y'all didn't all think wrong to begin with. It may have revived a bad memory for us. Small Tabby in particular, yet the video helps humans and cats to not make the mistake I did and not end up, well, you know.
Yes, don't be hard on yourselves. Y'all did nothing wrong. Let's move on.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you. Would you tell us about your love for tidbits with Professor Tabby and blanks with Professor Tabby?
Yes, I forgot about all that, John, too much. Now, I enjoy tidbits because I like seeing how things have changed over time.
Yes, it is nice seeing how homes and company logos have changed over the years.
Only 2 episodes so far. I wish he'd done more. We'll ask him after this.
Yep.
Nice. And the other?
Learning about other cultures and animals is cool. Very cool. Even the dog.
Sure are. Cats, dogs, national animals, horses, and finally for now, ponies.
Any other videos before we move on?
Reckon I'm good.
Nothing comes to mind.
Just list any that come to mind. We'll begin question to next level.
Quick fire round. Your original series. That's good.
Foods cats can eat. Something positive after the other.
Ship's cat with boots. Cats in water together as friends. Weird.
The tour of Mogi's mansion. Might retire there myself.
Shang's Cat Town. Might retire there myself.
And finally,
Frisky daily routine, almost as funny and entertaining as we are.
But not quite.
You got a little too big for your britches at the end, but next level.
Yes, next level. Question 2. Is there anyone you've met through this little project of ours that you keep in touch with outside the videos?
Or in your case, is there anyone we've featured in our content that you'd like to meet? Obviously, Crocodile and Peanut don't count. Oh, and Professor Tabby too.
Well, right, the whole never worked together business from before. But why Crocodile and Peanut? Oh, right again, the whole they already know each other. And why? Oh, right, their father.
Getting a little tired, Oscar? We all are. We've all rode hard and put away wet. Now, any of y'all pals we'd like to hang out with too.
Professor Ojo Saltones is someone I've always wanted to meet. Seems like a nice cat, and I wouldn't mind learning a little Spanish from him too.
Same here, nice fella. And I wouldn't mind learning the language too. A very useful tool we'll have in the arsenal. And a nice way to understand and appreciate new and interesting cultures.
It certainly is. As I told Mike and Jimmy last time, it's the second most spoken language on Earth. And Spanish is spoken in Spain and most of Latin America. So not a bad idea at all. All the best, you two.
Yes, I should too. I think I've said this before, but this time I will. Wish me luck. Anyone else?
Captain Boots. His tales from the high seas sound mighty fine. No clue what any of them are. But everybody seems to say they are something special.
Y'all ain't wrong, brother. Everybody, including Peanut, and y'all young cousins say they be amazing. I need to hear 'em for myself. Ace high and above board from what they say.
We need to hear them too, Whiskers. Another thing we keep ignoring.
Yes, we need to. There seems to be a lot of hype around them. Let's hope I don't find them as underwhelming as Frisky's little adventures. Nothing too exciting or extraordinary there.
Speaking of which, Oscar's old pal Frisky is another kitty I love to meet. I ain't know what Whiskers' problem is, but to me, them stories Frisky got to tell do you sound like good campfire fun.
Same here, brother. I don't know what in tarnation Whiskers' problem is, but some of his stories, especially the one about him crossing the street, that one sounds great.
But one of him waiting for his dinner sounds better.
That one gives me anxiety. I do not want our owner to do that to us. That is one of my greatest fears.
Ignore Whiskers. He for some reason has it in for Frisky. He's been like this ever since I showed him Frisky's new house. Leave him to himself. Now, anyone else you'd like us to introduce you to?
No one else particularly, but honestly, I wouldn't mind meeting everyone. Ain't got no objection to any of them.
The real answer to this question is everybody. Ain't no favoritism around here.
Okay, fair enough. Let's get everyone together after this and introduce you to them at a party. Yeah, a party. Nothing too big or extravagant. Just a small little gathering so you can meet and chat with everyone.
Yes, that sounds nice. Hope the others don't mind we never did anything like this for them, but I'm sure they'll understand.
Just don't treat it as if we're what's important. Y'all don't always need a reason to celebrate. Let's just have a party. Just a friendly get-together between friends. We'll meet everybody just fine. I look forward to it, and thank you.
It'll be a blast. Now, next level.
Third question. Are there any topics we haven't covered yet that you think the viewers and us would find interesting?
I think I know what they're gonna say, but let's hear this.
Oh, what do y'all reckon we'll say?
Yeah, what do y'all reckon we'll say, Whiskers?
Like most who Oscar has asked this question to has said, and because of your profession, Cat's involvement in media, film, TV, and music, and all that.
He ain't wrong, brother.
No, he's not, yet it ain't really a surprise, is it?
Anything else?
I don't know if anyone's said it, yet even if they have, I'll suggest it too. A video about all the ace high things cats have accomplished throughout history. That'll be real interesting.
That would, brother. The humans watching should see that us cats can do human things, and things better than them.
That would be interesting. I'd like to learn about the unique and strange things cats have gotten up to. Yeah, nice idea.
There must be some wild story about the weird things cats have done throughout history. I like it. Nice. Now, anything else?
Now sure, I got nothing.
Think, brother, we can't only suggest two. The level's barely started. We have to offer more than that.
Yes, we should. Can't disappoint. Our answer so far is a little underwhelming. Right then. Something I just thought of is a sequel to either the Foods Cats Can Eat or Foods Cats Can't Eat video. There must be more than what you've covered.
Yep. Good idea, brother. A little pressure helped a lot, eh? Father would probably know of some. He helped with your can't eat video, so I'd say he would know of more.
I think if we do jump back into the reaction content, we should consider sequels. The only time we've done it is with Moggy's Mansion, so yes, I think we will. Thank you.
Don't forget about our ranking video with Frisky. That was a follow-up to Things Cats Hate. But I agree, more sequels would be cool. Anything else?
Well, now you mention it, and on the topic of sequels, I reckon another video on things cats hate would be a good idea. Humans and other animals should know there's more than the 7 discussed in your ranking video and the original reaction. And I ain't talking about the stereotypical and cliche ones, dogs, vets, and things like that. What about loud noises? That's one everybody needs to know about.
They've already covered that. It was number 4, I think, in their original reaction.
3. But yes, Small Tabby, we've already discussed that. Yet a good suggestion nonetheless, we should look into this again. It is an important topic.
Again, like the ideas about food and cats, it's another thing that's important for humans and other animals to know. All good suggestions. Thank you. Well then, any other ideas, or should we move into the final question of my questionnaire?
Final question? Well, Tarnation, I was enjoying this.
Well, we are coming to the end of the month. We're nearly done. I ain't surprised, but yes, it is sad. I enjoyed this. Oh, and yep, I'm done. Next question, next level.
We ain't really, but yep, next question, next level.
Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you. Okay, next question, next level.
Don't feed Oscar's ego, but anyway, next level.
Oh, we finally got one, and it's mine.
Don't be a yellow belly, Angus. Get on with it.
We've been very lucky, 13 levels down, and only now we have a nightmare one.
Now they'll all come, one after the other, from now on.
Well, I hope not, but I ain't no yellow belly. Let's finish this.
Right. Final question. What are your goals, if any, for this year?
I always like this question, and the first, they're not about our videos, they're entirely about the guest and not us.
Ain't nothing wrong with feedback, especially from those you've only recently become acquainted with.
And from those in the entertainment business. It is our business. We should know what is good and what is a little, well, not as good.
If that's the case, tell us before we start. A bonus question. What are your least favorite videos of ours, and why?
Well, if y'all say so, to start, I found your commentary on the Salt for Swimming Pools video a little underwhelmed, even bad in some places. Now, why'd y'all lie to the people about drinking coffee whiskers? Y'all know it's harmful for us cats. And from Y'all Food's Toxic for Cats episode. Everybody does, too.
The explanation about why the salt was added was good. It added some needed context. Good job there. But lying to y'all audience is never a good thing.
To be fair, it was our first go at that type of video. It's understandable, it wouldn't be a masterpiece, but fair critiques. Plus, I wasn't being serious about that coffee remark. I was just trying to relate to the humans watching. Most of them drink it, and I saw a comparison between him mixing the salt around the pool and someone stirring their drink. But sure.
It's the same with my cereal comment. Saw a comparison and went for it. I don't eat cereal. I eat meat.
Another is you explaining that meme that was floating around the internet a while back. What was it again?
The Jet2 holiday meme. The sound from one of their adverts became a massive meme. That was it, brother. But yes, I agree with Edmund on this. One thing y'all never do is explain a joke. Unless there's backlash about it, then yes, an explanation is appreciated, and at times an apology too. But yes, explaining jokes that are popular makes y'all sound old and out of touch. Everybody already understands why it's funny. Trying to help those who don't just makes it all, well, boring.
Y'all ain't wrong, Angus. Explaining jokes makes them unfunny. Any comedian will tell you that.
We're not comedians, though.
We are to an extent Oscar, not in the way Silver and Small Tabby are, but what we do has a comedic-ness to it. Our original series, most definitely, our reactions is sort of more educational, but humorous too. And our videos on arrows, yes, so we are Oscar.
Sure, whatever. But in our defense, the video wasn't meant to be serious. It was intended as a joke, but if you say so, thanks for informing us of proper comedic etiquette. Anything else?
Don't be hard on yourself, Oscar. I actually enjoyed the video. It's just explaining jokes can come across as a bit weird. But lastly, I found the first 18 videos, excluding the ducks, in your original series a little boring. It's the lack of voiceover that does it. The other videos in the series are great. I think we even said this before. Yet the first ones are a little off.
I have to agree with Angus except the ducks. The lack of voice work, or any real sound, makes these episodes boring. But the rest are great.
I agree. That's why we changed.
I was watching through this series recently, and I agree, and wish we changed over earlier. It would have made those early ones so much better.
Regret is a cruel thing, Oscar. All artists at some point look back to their previous work and think, oh, I wish I'd done this or that differently, or why did I do this or that like that? What was I thinking? It happens to me. It shows we've improved.
You ain't wrong, Whiskers. You ain't wrong. We've done it too. Actually, quite recently, we contemplated our careers and abilities after our recent Dovecote show. But now we know what the Dovecote crowd want and don't want.
It's good to reflect, but don't dwell in regret.
That got a little deep at the end, but good chat.
Sorry we never got your original question, Oscar. We'll have to tackle it next level.
No problem, Small Tabby. Whiskers is right. There should be a question where the guest explains which videos they weren't a massive fan of. I'll add it to my questionnaire going forward. Next level.
Yes, next level.
Well, y'all were wrong, Oscar. Only a serper hard.
One after another? Nope.
Good. I'm glad. Right. Final question. Again, what were your goals, if any, for this year?
A small goal we had was to figure out why our recent Dovecote Bay show fell flat. But I hope we've solved that. So a small win there.
Another but obvious thing I want to achieve is to improve in my career. Better jokes, better stage presence, better production, just better everything in this area. We're not at a low point or anything. Like everybody in our field, we just want to improve and produce better and better shows.
Yep, that's something we want to achieve every year. Another, a more personal one, is that I want to help. Maybe not help. Discuss, I guess, Father's accent business.
Yeah, it's a complicated situation, but like we said during our chat on the topic before, we need to talk to him about it. It will be hard and a little awkward, but it's something we have to do.
It might not be as bad as we think, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see.
Good luck with that, you too.
Yes, all the best. Anything else?
Nothing really. Just this and that. My brother and I are simple cats. We're happy with how things are. Apart from the things we mentioned, we want to change those.
For now, that's all. The year's still young. We'll see how things go and maybe add to our list. Who knows?
If that's it, let's finish here and complete the rest as a little montage.
Hold up, I'm not done. What have you been up to, Silver and Small Tabby? We haven't even asked it yet.
Well, Tarnation, I was looking forward to that montage. I've always wanted to be part of one of them.
That'll have to wait, brother. But yep, Edmund and I have just wrapped up a little tour of the local area. Brentwood Wedge, the aforementioned Dovecote Bay show that ended not well, and Oakway and Waterfowl Hen and Wire Hair Hiffs. Even, would y'all believe it, Muthhow Park, just everywhere.
We also invited the Cinco Squabs to open for us. A comedy duo opening for a musical acts tour. Now a music band opening for a comedy acts tour. What next?
Wait, the Cinco Squas, isn't that?
Yep, Peanut Son Walnuts Band. Yep. His father offered us a career-changing opportunity. Now we're paying it forward to him. Well, his son anyway, but I reckon he'd prefer that. He's that kind of bird.
That's cool. How did it go? Did your fans enjoy them?
Did it end better than your part?
Oh, they sure did. It went 100 times better. It was the only thing that didn't fail at Dovecote.
Yep, that Dovecote Bay performance was bad. Huh.
Have you explained why your recent Dovecote Bay routine failed so badly? You keep mentioning it over and over again. What happened?
Not that I'm aware of. They briefly touched on and alluded to things concerning it. But any real details? No.
Nope, I reckon we haven't. Not any details. Only teasers.
We should. We've jawed on about it long enough and offered no details whatsoever. Let's change that now. Or next level.
Yep, next level. It'll give us time to decide how to frame it.
You've built this up to the point that I have a feeling it's going to disappoint, but whatever, next level.
Let's prove Whiskers wrong. Next level.
Well, I reckon Whiskers is gonna win this Oscar, because the story really ain't that deep. Although it could be, because now rethink it again, I'm not sure why Dovecote flopped.
Sane, I know I claim to understand why things went wrong, but again I keep switching between sure and unsure.
We performed the same show at all the places we stated before, and at those we didn't. The only difference was, obviously, the crowd are mostly pigeons.
Maybe pigeons don't enjoy our humor no more. We've become stale, bland, and dry, just like that seed they enjoy.
If your jokes are anything like that, I'm not surprised they reacted the way they did.
It's a little mean, but nothing that should cause offense.
They're not. They're, like we've said, built on stereotypes about our own culture. So any offense should come from those like us, which those from Dovecote Bay ain't.
You still haven't explained what happened.
There is nothing to expand on. They had a show at a venue at Dovecote Bay. While Nuts Band, the Cinco Squabs opened for them to repay a favor and to excite the crowd, and so Silver and Small Tabby could finish the last-minute preparations needed for their part. Then the Tabby Twins presented themselves before the now ready and excited crowd, where they performed all the skits, jokes, pranks, or whatever their shows consist of. However, the pigeons of Dovecote Bay weren't as entertained, or as amused, or as captivated as they'd expected, leaving a wonderful and successful tour with an underwhelming conclusion. Which is why they keep replaying it over and over again, which is why they keep second-guessing the reasons it didn't click. It's not hard. Silver and Small Tabby are hesitant to expand on this because they don't want to disappoint us the way they disappointed their Dovecote fans.
That bit at the end was a little uncalled for, but you ain't wrong. There really ain't anything to add. Y'all keep pressing us so we complied, but that's all we know.
Edmund ain't lying. That's it.
Sorry about that. Yet tell us what you did at this show. Maybe Whiskers and I could see where you went wrong. You've advised us on our work. Let us help you.
Yeah, let's. Why not?
Well, if you insist, thank you.
Yup, thank you. One of our acts consists of Edmund and I taking turns shooting targets with a pistol. However, this pistol ain't a water one or a regular one. No, instead it fires a flag with the word BANG on it.
We did that over and over again until we look down the barrel and water shoots out. It's great.
Ha ha ha, I can't believe they didn't love that. It sounds hilarious.
It might be because pigeons are hunted by humans and cats and other animals. Hearing the gunshots could have terrified them. Did you think of that?
No, we didn't, but the ducks at Waterfowl Hen didn't mind. They loved it, and they're hunted too.
No, I don't reckon so, Whiskers. I might be wrong, but I reckon ducks are more hunted than pigeons these days. So I don't think so.
Okay, maybe not. Any other of your routines to add?
Next level!
Next level.
Unfortunately so.
Unfortunately so.
Another one is we bring out one of those riding bull machines. Mechanical bulls. That's what they're called. Angus and I have a turn in offer the same for the crowd. They love it.
Giving those who haven't before a rodeo experience. A taste of our culture.
And the rubber mat when they fall off. But yeah, so if they last 45 seconds on beginner's difficulty, 25 on intermediate, and a whole 10 seconds, yes, a whole 10 on max difficulty, they win a massive prize. A big prize for the first two, and a tiny one for beginners.
No one has ever won the massive prize. Most have never come close. Most never even advanced past the 40-second mark. One lucky individual hit 20 on intermediate. Not even Ed and I have achieved it. That massive prize is still there, waiting for a lucky and talented cat, human, or other animal to claim.
And don't ask, it's a secret. Only Angus and I know what it is, and it's gonna stay that way.
Sure, whatever if you say so, but what about safety? How do you manage that?
We have an inflatable rubber ring with barriers surrounding it. This comes with a contraption. We also have an operator working the machine, an ambulance and medical team on standby. And Angus and I have the first go. So if anything's wrong, we'll experience it, not the crowd. We take safety very seriously.
Yep, very seriously. Never approach a bull from the front, a horse from the rear, or a fool from any direction. We always remember this famous cowboy proverb when conducting our mechanical bull act, always.
That first part's very appropriate, huh? The way that bull moves. Wow. I'd hate to be anywhere near that thin when it's active. Apart from on top, of course.
Yes, I've seen them. They are aggressive. But I don't see why this would cause problems, unless someone got injured, or because they were forced to use a cat-sized, not pigeon-sized mechanical bull.
As far as I'm aware, no one was injured, right, Ed?
Nope. And we always rent one from the local area, so its size should be species-specific.
What? How do you ride it? It's not the right for you. Whatever. Leave it, Whiskers. Leave it. I can't see why this would annoy the pigeons of Dovecote Bay. Any other parts of your act you wish for us to investigate?
No, I think we're good. I reckon there is no clear answer. I reckon it was a case of wrong place, wrong time. Something must have happened in town that put them in a sour mood, and maybe our humor put them off. I don't know.
Our humor and personalities can come across to some as a bit obnoxious and boastful. We've heard it enough. Oscar even snapped at us before because we got a little carried away.
Yep, we have a bad habit of that. You and your viewers have seen it. We should work on this and change. Another goal for this year. Maybe what happened at Dovecote happened, so we changed this part of our character. Maybe.
Maybe so, brother. Maybe so. Neither Peanut nor Walnut nor any of his bandmates knew of any major problems or events that might have caused the attitude of our crowd. None of our acts seemingly would have caused offense. Nothing seems wrong. What y'all say might be it.
Yes, we'll have to think this over, yes. It's the only conclusion we haven't addressed, yes. Now don't you worry, Oscar and Whiskers. Angus and I will discuss this later. We won't burden y'all anymore with our worries. We need to handle this together, alone.
We do, but we will remember. We will. It's good to reflect, but don't dwell in regret. Do not worry.
We won't, but all the best.
You might have finally found the answer you were looking for. Good luck. Now, next level. Just a few final things to wrap up before we begin the nice little montage we promised.
Sure, fire away.
Just don't fire no false flags our way.
No, right? Who is Sweet Tabby?
Our mother.
Yep, Daisy's sweet, Tabby. Given the sweet part because daisies are sweet just like her.
That's sweet. She's a tabby like you.
Of course she is. She's one of those tortoiseshell tabbies you talked about with Dr. Torty. What are they called again?
Dorbies, I think. We'll show y'all a photo, but not the audience. She doesn't want her face public.
Sure.
That'd be nice. She's pretty.
Professor Tabby is a very lucky cat. She's beautiful. Now on the topic of Professor Tabby, what's his name? I know it's not Professor Tabby.
No, it's not, yet it is close.
It's Frederick Smart Tabby, or to give Father his proper title, Professor Frederick Smart Tabby II.
The second? Who's the first?
Our grandfather, of course. Who'd y'all think?
He was a professor like Father, although we'll let our father tell you and the audience about him. He'd prefer it that way, and he knows more than us.
Yep, grandfather died when Ed and I were young, very young, so all we know comes from Father. He'll tell you. He loves talking about him. They were very close.
I think it's why Father studies and works the way he does. He wants to follow in his pa steps. Now I think about it, something I'll end with is, I don't think Grandfather was from Wirehair Hiss like us. I can't remember where, but it wasn't Wirehair Hiss. Interesting.
Yes, very interesting. I don't think so, no.
Fascinating. Now are you finished, Oscar? Can we begin the montage we keep jawing about next level?
Not quite. I have one more thing to say, then.
Montage, I can't wait. I've always wanted to be in one of these.
Same, brother, same. Hurry it up, Oscar. Don't keep us waiting.
I want to know something actually. What happens if your parents have any more kittens? Since you're called Small Tabby, what will they be named? They will be smaller than you.
Smaller Tabby. And if there's a fourth, smallest Tabby. If there's a fifth, I don't know, smallest Small Tabby?
Father will know a fancy word for small beginning with S. Plus, I don't know if they'll continue down this small naming scheme. I'm only named Small Tabby because I'm smaller than Ed. Our future sibling could be huge. They could rival a grizzly bear. Who knows?
But they might be an entirely different color. I'm Silver-Tabby because of my silver-colored coat. They could be a torty-tabby hybrid like Mother. They could be a ginger tabby, a black tabby, a white tabby. I don't know.
They might drop using words starting with S. Who knows? Only them.
So basically, it's unknown and entirely up for debate. Good, cool, whatever.
You two done?
One final thing. What do you think of Arrow's puzzle escape?
It's been great. I've seen all your other videos and tried it myself. I've not gotten too far though, only reaching level 30, but I've enjoyed what I've seen and played.
Yep, same here. I've seen all 5 of you videos and played through the levels too. I've actually surpassed both Angus and Peanut. I hit level 50.
Wow, really? I've only achieved up to 40. What are the levels like after that? Tell us.
No, I ain't as nice as Peanut. That secret is staying with me.
Oh, come on, Edmund.
No, oop.
Don't be a yellow belly, Oscar. Try and see for yourself.
Oscar is a yellow belly with arrows. The only reason he hasn't complained about the nightmare levels is because there's none. You saw when level 14 was one. He cried about it. Leave it, Oscar, and move on.
Okay. I'll keep my belly white like my fur.
Good. Now, I enjoy playing a few rounds something while on tour. It helps me to relax and pass time. There's a lot of spare time while traveling between cities, towns, and countries. Is to have something fun at paw when I need it. And Arrows Puzzle Escape feels that.
Touring can be stressful, and Arrows helps eliminate that when needed. It's great!
Well, y'all said that was your final question? You ain't lying to us, Oscar?
Yeah, you ain't no sidewinder, are you?
No. I'm done. Let the montage begin.
Yep, let the montage begin.
Y'all, see y'all on the other side.
Catch you on the flip side, team.
That was intense. But good job. Another month down.
Yep, 31 levels, one after another, in quick succession with few breaks was a lot. I ain't done that before. At most, I've completed 10 at once.
Y'all ain't wrong, brother. Y'all ain't wrong. But this montage has helped a young cat achieve a kittenhood dream. Thank you.
Same. Y'all have helped a young cat achieve a kittenhood dream. Thank you.
You're welcome, Edmund and Angus. You've helped Oscar and I achieve our dream of meeting you. We've been fans for a long time, eh? This means a lot, thank you. But anyway, with May done, June is next.
Well, that's it. Another month done and dusted.
Thank you, Silver and Small Tabby, for joining us. It's been a pleasure to have you on. Please return anytime you wish.
Yes, you're welcome back anytime.
Y'all flatter us too much. Thank you, Whiskers and Oscar, for having us. It's always nice to chat with fans and now friends.
Yeah, it was fun. We certainly will. Don't y'all worry. We will.
No problem. We enjoyed it. All the best.
With nothing to promote for the Tabby Twins, why not check out the other episodes in this series? The playlist will be linked in the description and end screen.
As well as anything else we've done. Our reaction series, Whiskers and I's Adventures, our series of one-off videos, Professor Tabby's stuff, all of it. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
Plus, before we part, don't forget to comment your thoughts. Drop the video a like and share it with all your friends and family.
And of course, don't forget to subscribe and tap that bell. so you never miss the next episode of whatever we do.
Next episode, Captain Boots, a feline we've mentioned a lot in this series, will join Oscar and myself as we complete the full month of June, so make sure to check in for that.
Wow, that was a lot.
Yep, it was, brother. But until next time,
I'm Whiskers.
I'm Edmond Silver-Tabby.
I'm Angus Smile Tabby.
I'm Oscar, and
Bye.